What's up, everybody? Today we're going to go over Elvin Jones' groove from A Love Supreme in that first section, Acknowledgement. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe. It helps so much. I've broken this down into 3 separate grooves. This is designed to get you used to this style and get you to start playing with the recording and with other musicians as quickly as possible, because I think that's one of the best ways to learn. All 3 of these are little excerpts that I've transcribed from the actual recording. Okay, so this first groove, we're only going to be thinking about 8th notes. So let's look at the ride cymbal. We're just going to play quarter notes. The right hand by itself sounds like this. Your left hand's going to play the offbeats when we think about 8th notes. So that left hand's going to be responsible for the and. Your left hand's going to play this pattern: snare, rack tom, snare, floor tom. Now, last thing to keep in mind, when we play the snare drum, we're going to use the rim click. Really quick, the left hand by itself, bouncing between snare and the toms, is going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, so now let's put the hands together. 3, 4. Your hi-hat is going to play on beats 2 and beat 4, and your bass drum is going to play on beat 1, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's put all of that together, and we got our first variation on this groove. So here's our second variation. The only thing we're going to change is with our left hand. When we get over to the floor tom, we're going to play a double, and it's going to be 16th notes instead of only the 8th note on the and. So now we're going to take up the space of and. Just the hands, and then we'll put the whole thing together. All right, now let's put that with the feet, and we've got our second variation. And now at the speed of the song, sounds like this. 3, 4. Okay, now our third variation is the most complicated and the most syncopated. This is a great pattern for you to learn. It is not exclusively what Elvin Jones plays. So start by learning this pattern and being able to play it along with the recording. And then once that's comfortable, improvising and messing around with it in Elvin Jones style is a lot easier. Your bass drum and your hi-hat, we're going to leave alone. It's going to stay the same. Now what's going to change is our left hand and our ride cymbal pattern. So let's start with the ride pattern. In beat 1, we just have 8th notes. 1 and. In beat number 2, we're going to have 16th notes. We're going to play 2 E, rest on the and then we have one more on the So if we put that with beat number 1, it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and In beat number 3, we're going to rest on the downbeat. We're going to play on the E and the and. So if we put that with beats 1 and beat 2, it's going to sound like this. All right, and beat 4 is exactly the same as beat 2. 16th notes again, we're going to play on 4E, rest on the and we have one more on the So it's going to sound like this. All right, now let's go over our left hand. So instead of like the first two examples I showed you where we played on the and with that left hand, we are going to play on the of each beat. And then on beat 4, we're starting on the and, we have 2 16th notes. So the left hand by itself will sound like this. Let's put that bell pattern and our left hand together. Now, let's hear slowly what that groove sounds like with the feet. All right, let's go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and now at the speed of the song. All right, and one more thing to keep in mind. Once that groove is comfortable and you can play that along with the song, to help you get some ideas of how to improvise and change up the groove a little bit, let's just focus on that left hand. So I'm going to play a few examples for you. The first one, I'm just going to take out the floor tom. I'm going to go snare to rack tom, back and forth. The next one I'm going to play is snare drum to floor tom. Take out the rack tom entirely. The next one, I'm going to go snare, rack tom, floor tom, rack tom. And lastly, let's just do that one upside down. Snare, floor tom, rack tom, floor tom. I highly recommend practicing each one of those variations with the recording. See if you can play through the whole entire song with each variation. And once you've got that really comfortable, start to improvise that left hand. I hope that helps. Please like and subscribe for more videos.